What is up, my dogs? Today we're going to be playing more Clash Ladder, and today I want to talk about what university was like. So, I went to university for 1 semester, and it was looking great. I was studying digital design. I did digital design purely because I want to get good at YouTube thumbnails, and I gotta get good at making them, so I could do YouTube thumbnails. By the way, this guy's not making a play, so I'm just gonna go in. And my classes were crazy. One of my classes was purely a drawing class. Like, it was just actually hand drawing. And I'm awful at drawing, so I had no idea why I was put in this class. And I was sat next to these babes, man. The whole class was girls. It was gonna be great. I don't know what happened. So one of the classes were all girls. It was amazing. They were helping me draw. Another class was like this user design class or something. I don't know. I don't really know what it was. And we had to, like, I don't know, do some presentation. And I mean, I barely remember what it was, but we had to learn how to present ideas. And the class was full of 40-year-old Indian men. So I was the youngest, to say the least. And it was very strange. And there was another class where it was a room full of people who were very passionate about what they did. Like, here, I'll try to explain. Like, they were all best friends with the teacher, and I'll try to describe to you what the room looked like. Okay, so in this class, we were designing an app for the government, and that the app showed which parking bays are available. When events like sensors in the car, parking bays will tell you which cars are available where. And anyway, so the room was dark. All the blinds were just shut. There were no lights. It was just a bunch of computers and a bunch of kids, and sat next to each other again. They're not really kids. Like, they're around a few years older than me, and they're all just passionate about what they did, and they're all good friends with the teacher. And then there was just me, which I guess. And then there was this one Asian kid who didn't really speak much English, didn't say many words, and he was just sitting in the corner next to me, and it was just the worst thing ever, man. I remember when I was in that class, I was thinking I'd rather do anything than be in this class. Anything, absolutely anything on earth. And it was awful. And that goes for the drawing class with all the girls, which may be hard to believe because I knew this was in my calling. And I was like, why am I doing something that I suck at doing? And so I obviously regret leaving that girl class because it was full of girls, and there was one opportunity for a wife, which I'm never gonna get back. And for the other classes, I don't regret it at all. So obviously I had to drop out because I wanted to do YouTube and my philosophy. I remember I had a talk with my friend in the car, and I told him, I was like, I'd rather do anything else than this. I'd rather do what I want to do and be broke for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And then do anything else. And it was such a trek to my university as well. I had to drive like an hour or 40 minutes away, and it was just so bad. I hated every minute of it. Like, I woke up thinking, like, I don't want to go to class, right? And I resented what I did and resented what I was studying. And I just hated every aspect of it. So when I had these talks with my friend, I said, I'd rather be broke what I'm doing. And that's why partly I learned that's why partly I learned about YouTube. Another favorite thing about my university was that it was just such a community. You know, you can join any community you want. There's the drama class, there's the art class, art drama society, the art class, and you got the hula hoop society, you know, so you can join anything. I don't know, there's a part for everyone, and everyone fit in their own sort of way, I guess you could say. And everyone was really friendly. I mean, you had a lot of freedom, and it's very much, I would say, in the films, I guess, university, it's more painted like this really fun part of your life where you're partying and everything's fucking awesome. But you know, it's not always like that. You have to enjoy what you're studying, and I wasn't really there for that, so I had to drop out. And I actually really liked university, and I felt disappointed to miss that part of my life, and I felt like I was skipping a chapter in my life by not going, basically. Another reason why I left my university was because I felt like I was learning nothing. Like, the things at campus were great, the people were great. It was fun. You know, I felt like it was a lifestyle that I really could have gotten into, especially if I lived on campus, which I didn't, which probably took everything away from the experience. But I just felt like everything I was learning was so basic, and I was paying a fortune. I was getting the debt, and I was like, I could teach myself this stuff. So, like, what's the point of going? And unless you're studying medicine or something, you obviously can't teach yourself how to become a doctor, or you probably can, but it's just a lot more difficult. And it's better to go for a course. But for me, I don't know, learning how to design stuff. I don't know. I just definitely felt like I could do it my own way. And so that was another thing I felt like I was wasting my life and money, and I felt like I was wasting my money on it. And it makes sense. I mean, digital design, obviously I suck at drawing, but I didn't even know what career I was gonna do. I mean, for some time, I guess you could say, I kind of wanted to be a digital artist for a game. I mean, when I was younger, I asked you because I played Clash Royale a lot in Clash of Clans. I love Supercell, and my goal was to work for Supercell. That's what I really wanted to do, believe it or not. And everyone hated, or I could have been the game dev that everyone hated. That could have been me, but unfortunately, that dream didn't pan out. So because YouTube was more alluring and sounds better in every way. But yeah, university can be a lot of fun. I feel like the one movie I thought about when I was thinking about university was 21 Jump Street. I feel like 21 Jump Street made university look so fun to me. And I didn't really get too much in depth today about today's video. So I mean that's really about it. That's my thoughts on university. It was about 4 years ago when I went to uni. I remember I was very excited to get into uni, but it didn't really pan out. So thank you for joining my quick little story time today. If you like the story time, smash a like. That's something I haven't said, or actually smash subscribe, man. And I'll see you later.